Hello, everybody. It's the one who's the maniacal monkey. He's a monkey man of mayhem, and he's with the cowboy. Yes, he can. I'm losing it, bro. I'm not good on Mondays, man.
Oh, yeah. Mondays are rough, although today was a pretty good Monday for me, that's for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Folks, it's Monday Market Preview. We have none other than the man himself, the cowboy. He's with us. He's breaking it down the only way he knows how. And his screen is going on forever. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We see a descending wedge already.
That's correct. That's exactly that's a falling wedge. Nice work there.
Yeah. So with that being said, Cowboy, what's going on, man? Because hold on. Folks, if you haven't done so already, the buying frenzy of crypto is higher than ever before. BTC is on a tear. You might say to yourself, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Cowboy, what's the price on BTC right now?
BTC is depending where you look, people who are shopping on Binance using Tether, it's 34.50 or so.
Yeah.
If you're looking at, let me see, BTC, USD, like say Coinbase, I know is kind of the price a lot of people use at 34.25. This is pretty close. Pretty close to that.
So about $3,400. Let's just say that, right? About $3,400. Man, the buying on the institutional side is massive. What do they know that you don't know? Well, they're getting ready to make a killing. They're getting ready to make a killing. Look at that. I was talking about I'm going to talk about it later today at some point. I'm going to talk about the stock market and what's going on over there. But man, crypto is going to be on a tear. And folks, here's the thing. You want to get in. You want to get in on the low. You don't want let's put it this way. This is Grand Central Station. The BTC train has pulled in. A lot of y'all that missed the first go around when this bad boy went from $600 to $20,000. Well, it's here again. And this time it's at $3,400. And here's the beautiful thing. You watch these guys and watch how they trade. You're going to be making money on the way down. You're going to be making money on the way up. That's the beauty of it. You make money on the way down, and you make money on the way up. You're not a victim of hodling. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You're no victim of life. And if you go to the watchustrade.io website, watchustrade.io, or WT.live, the links are in the description box. Get over there. We got the 7 for $7, man. 7 days of trading for $7. And then it flips to a weekly sub, or you can go for a month. You can go for a monthly sub, or a 3-month sub, or a 6-month subscription, whatever the heck you want. But before you take that secondary job, because you're hearing about the terrible economic news, man, oh man, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You guys, I'm telling you, BTC is going to be on a tear in the new year, and on top of that, we're going to see some new stock market highs. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
You see, I'm going to stop trading. I'm done. You know why? You know why? Because the world is going to end, and
man, I got the cat food ready, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, I did 2 major changes last week too. I got a second
switch from Purina to Whiskas.
Dude, how did you know? Did you make the same move? You made the same move.
Whiskas is only for the finest. It's the more bougie cat food, man.
It is, but dude, I hedged with some Alpo because you can get that.
You never know. Dog food could be in demand.
Absolutely, dude. So I got a second job at the perfume counter. No offense to perfume counter people. It's good to have a job if that's the job. No offense, but I got a second job there, and I also bought some stock in Whiskas. I took my storable food. I have enough for 2 families, but I only have one. So I sold my storable food where I rocking down in the corner in the basement where I sit in fetal in the corner, and I rock back and forth in the basement and I cry. Where my Whiskas is and all that. Well, my storable food, I went ahead and bought stock in Whiskas because I'm going to play the paper game.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're clocking in for dollars. You punch the time clock, you punch in, you punch out. Instead of doing that, 7 for 7, there are people that will literally quit their jobs, and this is what they do on the daily. They just trade cryptos, they make money, they cash out. If you're going to cash out, folks, ain't no better place to cash out than Liquid Base. I cannot tell you how important that is. Liquid Base is the place for you to cash out. You don't got to worry about all the shenanigans and all the jurisdictional things that go along with it, where you got to report, where some exchange is going to report this and going to take out a 1099 and a W9 and this 9 and that 9 and some K9s if you don't pay. Knock down the door, some SWAT teams and some K9s. You got to worry about that. Liquid Base is all about privacy, security. Liquidate out of your crypto, get into metal, because we are metalheads over here. Don't get it twisted. And then from the metals, you can go into whatever fiat currency you want, all controlled by you. Become the master of your own destiny. Cowboy, what do you want to start with, bro? A lot of things going on. Where do you want to begin?
Sure. Well, we did have a nice little jump in crypto. Some of the people in the OTC market that we talked to are saying that that's heating up.
Oh yeah.
So, that's a lot of people feel that the bottom is either already hit or hitting soon, or I'm pretty cautious not to say we've hit bottom, but I did over the weekend. I think it was just on Sunday. I actually wrote an article in our, for all of our viewers in the What Room, and that article is pretty good. Sorry, I need to do something here really quick so I can actually look at that article. Let's see here. So basically, I took a look at what's called the IG client sentiment, and that's on dailyfx.com. And one of the things that is typical is when you're looking at what's called open interest. Open interest is the available information as to who is short and who is long. Okay, so if you're the market maker, if you're the big exchange, if you're the big banks, let's just talk about Forex for a minute, because Forex is a multi-trillion-dollar game. It puts crypto to shame. You trade Forex, you never be the same, and I'm rhyming. Okay, so basically,
hey man, you're doing my job.
I'm doing your job. So the market makers, they own the exchanges, or the brokers at least have info on the exchanges, either way. And so when you take a look at where all the longs and shorts are, they know that, say, 60% of people have long positions with stop losses at a certain area, or they'll know that 40% have short positions with stop loss at a certain area. And in order for the big boys to enter, they actually have to tap into these liquidity zones. So liquidity zones are where stop losses are. And this is kind of a lot to explain. We're not going to go that far into depth, but one thing that was interesting about the IG client sentiment was that they actually called that they think, even though 72% of people, at least in whatever they're looking at, whatever their data is, are actually long on Bitcoin at this point. And then here's the question, V, I'll ask you this. Do you think the amount of people going long on Bitcoin has gone up over the last several months or gone down?
Say again, the overall what?
The overall amount of people going long on Bitcoin over the past several months.
It's gone. It's skyrocketed, bro.
It has been going down.
Wait, the overall what? You said the
overall amount of people going long on Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, no one's going long. Yeah. No, it went through the floor, bro.
So in comparison to what's happened all year, right? So the data they have is right now that 72% of people are long. The remainder, most of it, is short. But it's actually been going down for quite some time. And most of the time, what they say on there, like if you look and say at Forex, right? If, say, more people are long than short, they actually take the contrarian view, and they feel that the bankers are going to slam the price down to get into the stop losses of the people who went long. Okay. And then they're going to shoot it back up later. They play all kinds of games like that. But in this particular case, they atypically said that they feel it's going to go long. And so I did I did a lot of research over the weekend. I took a look at the price, I took a look at a lot of things. And, without getting too far into it, because it was like a 2-3 page article I wrote just for What members, I said I am entering at 32.80. Once we go up, I think we're going to go up to a certain amount. I'm not going to say what that amount is. We're going to have a healthy bounce, I think. I'm literally betting on a healthy bounce. And then, once I get into profit, I'm going to raise my stops. And this morning we had a nice big fat green candle. I'm looking at the chart right now. This green candle is bigger than any single green candle since easily December 9th is close, real close. And then we had this kind of a weird candle that happened on the December 7th, which was actually a lot of games being played by market makers. So since December, we've only had about 3 or 4 candles this size. And, you know, I know Crypto Nikos has gotten us into a couple of these big candles. Yours truly is a little more conservative. So, you know, we have a lot of people in the room who are like, oh, yeah, you know, you're not really trading that much lately and blah, blah, blah. And, okay, well, I just watched my Bitcoin double in that last month that I haven't been trading. Why? Because I knew the price was going to go down. And sure, we caught, you know, some rides on the way down. We caught rides up. I know Crypto Nikos got us into some nice little gains on the way down. I'm a little bit more conservative, but the data was in. I made a call and it worked out nicely. Plus, we made a 17% on DNT last week, and we've made just in like a matter of 5 or 6 hours yesterday, we made 6% on a call with GoBTC. So, I mean, we're killing it, and everything else is kind of in the red. And all those gains on those alts that I just mentioned happened before the big run this morning. So, you know, if we do have a bit of a relief leg right now, then what'll happen is, you know, the alts will probably run. You look to the larger alts first, and then, you know, the smaller kind of mid cap alts, if you will, after that. And, a lot of opportunities, and those opportunities over at what's the website, V, to go take a look at our opportunities?
Go to watchustrade.io, watchustrade.io, and then we have the 7 for 7 days of trading for $7. Then we have weekly, monthly, 3 times a month, as well as 6-month membership, man.
Yeah, it's all for entertainment purposes. You know, we don't give financial advice. It's a great channel to where you can actually go and learn. You know, there's educational purposes. You get to see, why did I get into this call? You know, things like that. Why, you know, what are the metrics? What are the charting? Things like that. I lay out why I'm getting into a call as I'm getting into a call. And of course, you know, this is not for you to follow our calls. Of course, if your research looks exactly like ours and you happen to get into the same call that we do, then, you know, and you profit too, then that's awesome. That does happen. First call room I got into, I didn't make a significant live trade for months. I just learned. I paid, you know, 100 to whatever it was. I think it was like $215. I know it was in BTC price at that time. So I paid whatever in BTC, which was roughly $200-300 for like a few months, without expecting to make any money. I was just there to learn. So, you know, the idea is not, oh, get in there, follow the calls and make your money back and all that. It happens all the time that way. I mean, people do that, but that's not what we recommend. We don't recommend anything. So, you know, but right now it's a party in that room. I can tell you that. Everybody's freaking out. It's awesome.
Yeah, tremendous, man. Absolutely tremendous. Anything else you want to cover, brother?
Yeah, you know, just a quick article about Substratum. Substratum is a coin, one of so many coins that just sounds good. Decentralized internet sounds like a neat idea, but it's one of those projects that they're just like trying to tackle way too much. They are trying to do something that I don't really think is very possible. And like so many other coins, of course, when Ethereum went down, and I believe they took all of their ICO money in Ethereum, and when Ethereum tanked, then of course, you know, they're starting to lose a lot of money. So they actually announced that they are day trading investor funds to try to keep the actual company solvent. So, I mean, you know, first of all, like Substratum, I know I saw another article from a similar person on Deep Brain Chain. Deep Brain Chain's like this, you know, we're going to pretend or whatever it is, we're going to simulate a brain on the internet. And it's just, there's no possible way you could do that on a blockchain at this point. There's not enough data possible. And there's a lot of projects that have a lot of, big claims they're going to do something, and they take a bunch of money in, and then they, you know, do so. I don't think Sub will ever do, not in the near future, what they say they're going to do. They may gain some traction in smaller communities for smaller bits of decentralized internet, but, you know, just understand that some of these coins are out there day trading your money. And I know a lot of day traders that are supposedly professionals that have been losing their butt in the last like several months. So, you know, just a warning out there to everybody. You got to do research on whatever coin you're getting into. Even though I do trade technicals, Crypto Nakos is really good at looking at fundamentals and saying, hey, this coin has these issues and blah, blah, blah. I do keep my finger on that pulse, not quite as well as Nakos does, but I figured I'd just kind of put this article out there for everybody to see. So that's pretty much what we got. As far as we got Bitcoin kind of going up, that's the main news.
Yeah.
Everybody's, like I said, the room's a party right now. Everybody's just, it's like an office full of people with hats and, poppers and champagne. It's great.
And they're having fun, man. And we're doing everything but throwing midgets.
Yeah, I know. Actually,
nothing against midgets, but
No, yeah. Why V? Are you making a choice for a little person, saying they don't like to be thrown? Is that what you're saying? Like, do you know what goes through a little person's mind? Why would you think for somebody else?
I plead the fifth, man. I plead the fifth.
That's right.
Hey, folks, check it out. 7 for 7. Make a difference. Do something different. Broaden your horizons. Come on in. Do some trades. Have some fun. Pad your pockets a little bit. You deserve it. And with that being said, we're over and out, and I'm going to take it away myself because CJ's he's over at the Gadfly. We just did an interview with the London Post. So, guys, if you haven't gotten to the Gadfly, go over there as well. Check it out. We're out.